Let's do Bumble. Starting with you. You gonna say yes or no?
No. 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 No.
Oh, the tongue out was crazy.
No. 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 Nope. Nope. Nah. No. No.
Can I get
Nah.
Oh my gosh.
Ew.
So zesty.
Oh my god. No. No. Oh, he's cute.
though.
No. Stop. No. No. No.
Yeah, boy.
He
has a cat.
Yes to the cat. No. 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 It's 3 of them. No.
That.
No. No. I can't. This is no.
Oh my god, no.
No. Nope. Love the view. Nope. No. 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 Nope. Nope. No. 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 I mean, that's like attractive, but like, no. 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 No.
To either of them.
No. 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 It's no. 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 No.
Either of these guys?
No.
Not even the guy on the right?
No. 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 Oh, I mean, okay, maybe, possibly. He's good looking.
Well-
No. No.
Okay, now my legs falling asleep. Oh, you're your girlfriend.
No. No.
We all need to make a star.
No. He's handsome.
Is that a yes or is it a no?
No.
yes.
It's still a no. Okay.
No. No.
Fucking.
No. 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 No.
Jesus.
Nope.
All right, last one.
No.
All right, Sky here is average to above average looking. She's passing on guys who are outside of her looks league. She said no to 100 men. Is she a 1 out of 100 girl in terms of looks? Probably not.
Can we please bring back the 90s men? Like,
No, we cannot. No, y'all keep asking for shit that's never gonna happen. No, we are not going to bring back 90s men. No. Few discretion is advised.
the men who adored you for real, the men who really loved you, the men who begged for your love, like the ones who cared about you for real, the ones who, it don't matter who around, they're gonna show their love for you. Like, bring back the nice men, bring back the respectful men, bring back the men who don't feel like they have to be hoes, please. Because these pit bulls y'all got out here, keep them.
You know what? In order for us to bring back 90s men, right, it would require y'all to be 90s women. And you making this video automatically disqualifies you from being that. Y'all talk about 90s men like y'all was actually dating them. Y'all don't know what those men were actually like. Was the music better in the 90s? Yes. Do I think relationships were in a better space? Yes. But what it would require for you to have a 90s man, you are not prepared to do because your mind is in today's day and age. Y'all ain't even trying to go 50-50. 90s men were notorious for going 50-50. It was a normal thing. Y'all not trying to have no kids. And if y'all do, y'all only want one. I don't know too many families in the 90s that only had one kid. That was very rare. You're not even trying to dress modestly nowadays. You think 90s men were okay with their women coming outside half naked? No, that was not a thing. What's happening here is you are falling in love with the music and thinking all the men were like what the music is saying. And I'm not saying a lot of men were not. What I am saying is those men also had a standard. And most women in 2025 do not fit the standard of 90s men. That's just the reality of it. But you know what? I know you are not going to listen to me because I'm just a normal guy. Y'all get the change.
You're not a feminist. Well, that's cute. Do you know what the leading cause of for women aged between 18 to 44 is? Just take a guess. Put it in the comments. It's a man you.
So in this video, the lady claims that the leading cause of for women aged 18 to 44 is men. Is it true? Nope, this is wrong. And it's not even close to the truth. To check the data, I encourage you to go to the CDC website. Yes, it would be mostly for the US, but it is probably the most reliable source you can use. Here you can directly go to a page, leading causes of, pick the most recent available year, set the sex to female, age to 18 to 44. And what do we have? Number 1 is unintentional injury, about 16,500. Number 2, cancer, about 8,800. Number 3, heart disease, just under 5,000. Number 4, about 4,200. Number 5, liver disease, about 2,500. And then at number 6, homicide, 2,175. Leading cause of, it's not even top 5, and it gets worse. That number 1 cause, unintentional injury, isn't really one thing. It's mostly many causes stacked together. But 2 causes stand out: drug overdose and car accidents. So I pulled those apart. Overdose or drug poisoning on its own kills about 10,000 women in this age group. Car accidents, about 4,800. So once you count them as the separate causes they actually are, homicide isn't 6th, it drops to 7th. And one more thing about that age range she picked. Homicide only ranks anywhere near the top for the younger groups. Look at the CDC's own chart. For 35 to 44, it's already 8th. And past 45, it falls off the list entirely. So if we exclude underage population, 18 to 44 is basically the one window where homicide looks as high as it's ever going to look. So it could be the case that she specifically chose this age group to make it look worse. Yet still, even with that, her claim still doesn't hold. So as a statement of fact, the leading cause of for women is men is just false. Now, to be fair, there is one part I'll give her. When a woman is, the person who did it usually is a man. Going off federal homicide data, in cases where we know who the offender was, about 9 out of 10 women who are by a man. So if she'd said specifically that, she'd have been right. But that is not what she said. She didn't make a claim about who commits murders. She made a claim about what kills women the most and completely misrepresented it. And you may say, well, what's my problem? It is still 2,175 women we need to speak about. And for sure, 2,175 is not nothing. It is worth speaking about. But here, she specifically takes that number and misrepresents it to blame men. If she really cared about what the leading cause of is for women, she would be talking about overdosing, about heart disease, about cancer. But she didn't. Why? Because then it's much harder to directly blame men for it. I'm sure with enough imagination she could find a way to blame men for those too. But why bother when you can just twist the data and blame men directly? Because who's going to check it? Her audience will eat up any misinformation as long as it blames men.
Which now leads me to my next point.
Here we go. Here we go.
Finances. Finances.
What you think she gonna say?
Because of the fact that black men are not as educated as black women, that means that they are not making as much money. And if they are not making as much money as you are as a black woman, oh, you best believe that you're gonna feel that.
There it is. Now y'all understand the conditioning. There it is.
You should be able to contribute more to this relationship than a light bill.
Right. And I told you, you remember when Tyler Perry said that? I told y'all that black women were going to run with it.
In our society right now, black women are making a lot more money for the most part than black men, right? There are a lot of black men who are successful, but for the most part, black women are making the money. Yes. And as long as he's secure in himself to know that, yep, she makes most of the money, all I can pay is the light bill, that is fine. Yeah.
And here come my, now I got to cut you.
This
is directly from the BLS median annual income for wage and salary workers 2025. Black men earn $1,039 per week. Black women earn $942 per week. That puts black men at an estimated $54,028. Black women, $48,984, almost $49,000. Black men earn more than Hispanic men, black women, and Hispanic women. And they are not at the bottom of the barrel. Black men and Hispanic men, and then black women and Hispanic women. That's $5,000 more. And I don't want to hear from anybody saying that that's not a significant amount that, you know, to where black men can consider themselves the head of the household. It absolutely is. You don't think black women can use an extra $5,000? About 1.1 million black men likely earning about $100,000. And then about 900,000 black women earning $100,000. For the labor force participation, we always hear that black women are in the labor force more than black men. No. What it means is that according to the 2025 BLS data, black men rank last in labor force participation among men. Black women rank first in their gender group, but they are lower than black men. All races of men are in the labor force more than their female counterparts. But the thing is, black women are represented at a higher rate in their gender group. They rank first. I don't think black women have an issue with working. That's actually a good thing. So I wanted to make sure we clear that up. Okay? What I don't like is when I see people going out there saying that there's more black women in the labor force than black men. It's not true.
Yeah, you know, modern women are delusional today, man. They're really delusional. You know, I'm just sitting here reviewing this, the clip that Brian was, you know, going through with the women, and they were saying, okay, rate these men's looks. You know, you can look here and you can see some of these brothers, they definitely fit. Some of these brothers definitely fit with some of these women. Some of these brothers are definitely out of some of these ladies' leagues, just definitely. But they'll sit there and they'll rate these men. Now, true enough, some of them, you know, are, you know, they don't go together, true enough. But for a lot of these guys, these women, for these women, it would be a privilege. It would be a privilege. These modern women are delusional. They are not where they think they are, not even close to. And the fact that they continue to get online, talking crazy, it just speaks to them not knowing exactly what they look like, exactly what position. I mean, you know, I'm not going to say that, but, you know, reality check is in order.
Ladies and gentlemen, the modern day woman.
Just went on a first date, and this is no offense to this man, obviously perfectly fine, normal, lovely date. It's getting to the point though that that's the problem. Like, there's just nothing happening, and I just feel no sparks and no chemistry with people, and I feel bad because I feel like it's just me. I'm going out with really handsome, accomplished, interesting people, and I feel nothing. I feel like I'm just another girl. Like, I'm one of a million, and there's just nothing special about me. Probably not.
I'm gonna just stop it there. She's absolutely right, and I'm gonna start with this. She is the problem. This is the modern woman. She just said she wanted sparks to fly, like immediately. And then if sparks don't fly, she just discredits them. And she said she was with really good candidates of men, according to her. And what gets me is that, yo, everything's on fast forward with women nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Like, they want things to be sparks to fly the first day. They want it to be right then and there. They want to feel something to know that it's real. When those things are built, if marriage was easy, everyone would be married. But it's not, because it takes a bunch of hard work. And it's, you know, nowadays it's 50-50. It would even work out. So with this one right here, again, you can already tell she's been through multiple guys, probably has a past. And now that she's ready to settle down, it's not easy with all the bad boys, or, you know, whatever, if she was ran through or not, or she's had her fair share of men. Now it's to the point where it's hard to pair bond with someone. And she's looking at these men and they're not exciting her at all. You know what I'm saying? She's so used to a certain type of guy. She's so used to a certain type of way that now that she's ready to take the next step, her mind won't allow it. The future is going to be in a terrible place, because this is the new norm. Everyone telling you what a man should be, and, you know, women trying to tell men what they should be, when it's not that way at all. The independent woman, she says she doesn't need a man anymore. And all those indoctrinations and all that advice, it all ties in to this right here. So in short, the future is...
So I made a video yesterday where I was saying how I can't hate men because I had a really good father. And I got a response that I found to be very interesting. She said, "Good for you. Thank your mother also, because your mother chose a good man. That also means your mother is not a crappy person, but let's sympathize and empathize with people who aren't fortunate enough to have what you have." And see, this be my problem, because if I was to do a video about how much I love women, appreciate my womanhood because I had a great mother, there would not be a single woman in the history of womandom who would comment on my video and say, "What about your father? You should thank your father. You didn't get here without your father. Your mother couldn't have had you if it wasn't for your father. Your father had to choose a good woman. Why aren't you thanking your father? Let's empathize for the people who didn't have a good father." You would never say that. You would quite literally never, ever, ever say that. You would never come to defense of your father. Why is that? Why is that? And that's the problem with so many of you projecting in our comments. I should be able to make a video about men and fathers and how impactful a good father is to a woman, how impactful good fathers are to us, without one of you, "Well, what about your mom? What about her?" This video isn't about her. I love my mom. I have two of them. I have great moms. But this isn't about her. Why do you have to anytime a man is getting any type of respect, anytime fathers are getting any type of shout out for being so amazing and valuable in our lives, y'all have to come with that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I understand that there are a lot of people who did not have good fathers in their lives. That is not lost on me. That is not lost on me. But I don't have a dad anymore. And the more I reflect on how much of an impact he has had in my life, I want to make videos because I want to talk to other people who have good fathers or who have had good fathers and their fathers are no longer in their lives. I can't do that without having to bring up my mother. No, what that is some of you are projecting because you didn't have a good father, you didn't have a good man in your life, and you're angry at everybody. So the thought or the idea of a woman getting on here and saying that she doesn't hate an entire gender because she had a great father in her life, that does something to your spirit. And baby, I am so sorry that so many of you did not get to experience that. That is not fair to you. It's not fair to you and it's not your fault. But don't make that everybody else's problem because that's not our fault either. So yes, like I said, I don't hate men because I had a really good dad, and I know the Most High didn't stop making good fathers when he made mine. I know he didn't stop making good men when he made my father. And I should be able to say that, and nobody should have anything to say about it.
If you paying somebody to change my tire as a man because you can't, I'm looking at you crazy. You know how many don't know how to change a tire? Do you know how many don't know how to use a screwdriver? I'd rather go get a task rabbit to do it because you can't. And that bothers me. Be a man.
But hold on. Hold on.
No, I don't like.
Avoid women like this at all costs.
I've never had a car before. So if you with me, I'm calling AAA. I'm just saying that right now.
But do you know how to do it?
No, I've never had a car. Where am I learning how to change tires?
Your father should have taught you.
I've never been around my father like that.
And you see how the problems is just compounded?
How is that my fault?
You see how where's your dad? I know how to do laundry. I've learned how to do laundry since I was a child. You know why? Because my mama taught me. I know how to clean because my mama taught me. I know how to cook because my mother and my grandmother and my aunts, they taught me how to cook, and other female friends.
She talking about her mama taught her how to do laundry. Her mama taught her how to cook. Apparently her mama didn't teach her how to talk to a man. Apparently her mama didn't teach her how to shut the up.
These are all things that I know how to do. Because as a woman, in certain men's head, these are things that you should know how to do. So in my head, a man should know how to fix a cabinet. A man should know how to change a tire. A man should know how to do and put things up and put them down in my house. And if you don't know how to do it, I'm questioning who raised you.
Why does a man have to know how to do everything that you would consider manly? You don't know how to do everything that's considered womanly. As long as the man you choose know how to get done, that's all that matters. He ain't got to know how to do everything as long as he know how to get things done. He ain't got to know how to change a tire if he know how to pay for a tire, if he know how to reach out to a service that can get the tire taken care of. I swear women like this lack emotional regulation. They are emotionally immature. Now, obviously, the more things that a man has knowledge on, the more things that he can do. But a woman should not look at a man as less than just because he chooses to let his money take care of the situation. If you got a woman like that in your life right now, get her up out of there.
Just because you regret it don't mean it's not non-consensual.
This is insane. Like, this man is giving me the most attention that he's ever given me in our whole entire relationship. I decided to meet a guy and I said, look, I've never done this in my life. I've never cheated. I've never laid eyes on another man when I'm with another man. But this is what my boyfriend has always wanted. And I think that he, could we do...
Man, you could believe that if you want to, but trust me, if a woman don't like something, she's not doing it. It's not because of the boyfriend. It's because she wants the other guy herself.
I was so unbelievably drunk and I was also on my period. And he was like, yeah, that's fine. And I was like, really?
Of course, they're going to blame it on the alcohol and then try to make an escape route saying, I'm on my period. And the guy's still going to say yes, knowing that you think that's nasty, but it turns you on low key.
He's like, yeah, sure. And so I ended up doing this with this guy. And I remember obviously going back home and I couldn't sleep in the same bed as him that night. And I was crying, like hysterically crying, like on my sofa because I just felt disgusting.
Now listen, remember, she says, I felt disgusting. Couldn't sleep in the same bed as her boyfriend. I felt disgusting. Listen.
Felt not very consensual. It didn't feel like this is something that I wanted to do. I did it for someone else, which does that now make this not consensual? Like,
you see how they try to flip the script to play, oh, I'm the victim, like I did it for somebody else? You knew what the you was doing. You're not gonna get drunk or go a dog or a cow. You knew what the you you was doing.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
You're
And
doing it for someone else, but you didn't want it.
I didn't want it. And so woke up the next day and he had obviously read the messages on his phone where I told him that I'd hooked up with someone. He came downstairs kissing, hugging. I love you so much. You are amazing. Da, 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 da. And I was like, I was feeling really about myself. And he was like, look, I understand if you don't want to do it again, but if you do, like, I would really want you to get video footage of it. And I was like, like, this is insane. Like, this man is giving me the most attention that he's ever given me in our whole entire relationship.
First of all, the boyfriend is a cuck. He's a weirdo. Now that we got that out the way, she's a piece of because she's trying to flip the script and saying, oh, it wasn't consensual. And anytime they use that as a feel bad for me, even though and I don't want to take responsibility. I swear, accountability is some women's kryptonite. Conclusion, men, no matter what you say to your girl, if she's not jacking it, she ain't doing it. I don't give a who you is. And women, I know you're not going to listen to this, but stop trying to make men look like the bad guy. If you don't like something and you're a dude because you're irresponsible, don't say, oh, it wasn't consensual when it benefits you. Don't do that. A lot of men lose their freedom in life over the lies y'all be telling. Do better, you whores. And we have people living like this? Ah, man, we're cooked. We're cooked.
And you know, going back to what Sensei Jay was talking about when, you know, Cora was sitting up there crying, and I don't want to sit up here and make fun of people crying, but and I won't. These modern women, they always make it about them. What's wrong with me? I'm broken. Why don't men want me? Why can't I find a good man? Well, your brain is locked into that Chad. Y'all think that y'all can get back out on the market and get top dollar with a bad attitude. Well, I don't have any kids. I have a good job. You know, I have this, I have that. You know, why aren't men really interested in me? Because your attitude. I know at some point in time, you're going to start looking again and seeing where the grass is greener. You're going to jump out there again, and then you're going to be right back in the same position. And I'm not going to come save you. That's the position that all modern women put themselves in, thinking that they are better than what they actually are.
Men are everywhere. I got a challenge for every woman watching. Go outside, and today I want you to count how many men, period, you run into. For one full day, I bet you if you're outside in the world, it will be more than 100. Now, every man, he might have been an Uber driver. He might have been a doorman. He might have been the gardener. He might have been the Amazon delivery guy. And a woman will say, yeah, I ran across 100 men, but none of them were their option. These men were virtually invisible because she has her eye on one guy, right? Now, here's the harsh reality. What if you're invisible to that one guy? What if you're invisible to the one guy that you want, that he could walk right by you and doesn't even blink an eye? So how much of your life do you want to waste waiting on a man who's not thinking about you? I say not a second. You have to know the difference between worth and preference. What happens is this. Women have attached their worth to a man's preference. So if you're not a man's preference, oh, you have 2 kids by 2 men, I don't want you. A woman takes that, she internalizes it, and now she feels worthless because she's allowing somebody's preference determine her worth. Where, stop right there. He has a right to his preference. Let me defend guys for a second, because women say he has to be 6 feet. He has to make a certain amount of money. He has to have a job, all these things. So a man has the right to say, well, I want a woman of a certain weight. I have a woman that has no kids. I want a woman that's going to follow my lead. Whether you agree with it or not, you both just stated your preferences. But now the internet, because everybody has a microphone, and a lot of broken people have microphones and they're speaking loudly, right? They're telling you, if you have a kid, you're worthless. If you are overweight, you're worthless. If you are working too much, nobody wants you, you're worthless. And you have internalized that to be your truth. Stop right there. Know your worth. Push back on it. Literally, what makes me sad about this conversation is people are looking for worth when you were given it at birth. I was once at a comedy show, and this comedian, it was so funny. He was like, I was so high, I was on the phone looking for my phone. And I was like, yo, man, I don't know what I did with my phone. I gotta call you back. I gotta call you back. And then he hangs up the phone. And it was such a funny joke. But that's what you're doing with your worth. You're like, oh, I'm looking for my worth. And God's laughing at you. Because he's like, you looking for your worth. It's in your hand. It's in your hand. You don't have to find your worth. Yeah, someone might have a preference. You might not be their preference. It's okay, girlfriend. It does not take away from your worth. Your worth was given to you.
Okay, let's talk. A lot of women want a masculine man, but then you all show up in the relationship acting like his competition, not his counterpart. You say you want a leadership, presence, effort, protection, but your energy blocks every single thing you say you want. So let me break this down real quick, because if you can't embody these 5 traits, you're not calling in masculine energy, you're repelling it. Number 1, receptivity. Girl, let him show up. Some of you want a man to lead, but you argue with him every time he tries. You want him to plan, but you reject every suggestion. A man doesn't rise where he's micromanaged. He rises where he's received. Second, emotional softness. Listen, hyper-independence looks glamorous on Instagram, but in real life, men don't fall for hardness. They fall for warmth. Softness isn't about crying in the corner. It's the vibe, the way you talk to him, the way you look at him, the way you open up without making him feel like he's walking into a fire zone. Softness doesn't make you weak. It makes you magnetic. Third, appreciation. Here's a secret men don't tell you. They notice everything you appreciate and everything you don't. You don't have to throw a parade. Just acknowledge the effort. Men are simple. What gets appreciated gets repeated. What gets criticized gets deleted. If you want consistency, you better recognize effort, because no man keeps pouring into a woman who acts like it's bare minimum. Number 4, emotional accountability. And this one separates grown women from emotional toddlers. Your triggers, your wounds, your past hurt, that's your homework. A man cannot fix pain he didn't cause. And when you throw emotional chaos at him every time you're overwhelmed, you're being irresponsible. Accountability sounds like, I'm upset, but I know this isn't all on you. This is my trigger, not your disrespect. Men don't run away from emotions. They run away from blame. Number 5, respect. The one thing that turns a man from I'm here for a good time to I'm here for the long term. Respect doesn't mean yes, sir. Respect his tone. Respect is not talking to him sideways. Respect is not emasculating him because you're annoyed. Respect is not comparing him to other men, like a TikTok trend. By the way, stop doing that. If you can't speak to him with respect when you're mad, he'll never trust you with his heart when he's soft. Respect is the entry point to his masculinity. Not beauty, not vibes, respect. Feminine energy isn't about dresses, makeup, or being girly. It's about your emotional posture. Your softness invites his strength. Your receptivity invites his leadership. Your appreciation invites his consistency. Your accountability invites his vulnerability. Your respect invites his commitment. And if you're not getting masculinity from him, check the energy you're giving.
If I took you on a first date, but I didn't want to pay for it, I wanted to split it down the middle, would you consider that a red flag?
To be honest, no, not at all. I think that especially men nowadays, they need to stand up and they need to be careful with who they're giving their money to. A lot of these women expect like shopping sprees as their first date. They are like, hey, can we go to Aventura Mall and you buy me Gucci and buy me this so you can prove that you're worthy to be my man? No, that's not how it should be. I think men are completely justified nowadays to say no and to stand their ground, because they need to kind of feel out that woman to make sure that she's worth spending that money on, instead of just giving a 304 a bag for the night.
So what would you recommend the amount of money a man spends on a first date is?
Nothing, man. Take her to the beach. Try to explore who she is really, and then if it goes well, maybe you could try to explore with the financials and everything, spend a little bit of money on some lunch dates. Just know that you're spending at your own risk. You have free will to do whatever you want, but just know that if you take a girl out, you do have a chance that she's going to be able to kind of swipe all that cash from you that one night.
So if a man tells a woman, we're going on a first date, but it should be at the park, and she goes, absolutely not, I'm not doing that, what does that mean to you?
It means that she's not worth it. She's probably just some money-hungry woman who does not want a serious relationship with you. I mean, somebody who, especially for myself, if I'm seriously interested in you, I'm going to go and I'm going to do whatever you want. At first, I'm going to try to get to know you. I do not care about your financials at that moment. I want to know who I'm getting myself involved with. I want to make sure you're not a criminal who's going to me either.
These women different. Now they drinking the whole bottle of Julio. Remember when they was out here and ladies was getting free drinks and they was cute little drinks, Cosmos and little fruits. They drank 2 little blue drinks. Now they out here drinking like your grandfather. They put their hands on you. Can't nobody tell them nothing. They at the red light twerking on the headlight. Every time you look up, she posted up in a Rolls Royce Phantom with the stars in the ceiling. You're not in the NFL. Where you getting all this nice from, Miss Lady? Now don't nobody qualify because you done talked to 2 football players. 3 rappers was in your DM. Now you don't like nobody no more. Now he got to make $36 million a year just to get a text back. Come on, Ken. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous, Ken. I'm out here telling you, hey, black man, work on your home. Stay strong, bro. I know it's hard. I know you ain't going to get credit for everything that you do. But now we ain't nobody type no more. They mad at every time they see a black man happy, what they do? Shut that down. Look at the city of Atlanta. That's why they changed the whole city. Black men were too happy in Atlanta.
That's because they was having their way with women all the way around here. And now the women have finally been like, you know what? That is over.
See?
We're going to even the playing field around here.
Out the women. It was just black men having too many options. And they hated that. That's why they shut Buckhead. Remember Buckhead? Buckhead? What was out there doing? Having a ball. Pulling up in Ferraris, jumping out of Bentleys, going to the Velvet Room and Visions and getting sections. And what they do? Locked up everybody who was successful.
But going back to what Kendra was talking about, it was good because you're talking about your worth. You made the whole analogy with the comedian was like, hey man, I gotta call you back. I can't find my phone. He hangs up the phone. It's like, my phone is that's stupid, man. My phone is in my hand, right? And you have a lot of these ladies that are kind of doing the same thing. I mean, honestly and truly, a lot of people are kind of doing the same thing, where they're looking for, what's my talent, and they're already doing it. A lot of these people are already doing their talent or using their talent in some capacity at work because it comes natural to them. And so they're just doing it. They don't recognize it until somebody asks them about it and they say, oh, well, I just do this all the time. And to them, it's normal. So I just do it. And so you have a lot of these modern women that are passing up guys that are out of their league. Well, how can I get him? He don't like women with children. Well, you're not for him. Move along. Well, he's not 6 feet. I want him. Why is he not paying attention to me? You're not for him. Whereas you might be able to naturally get these guys. Once again, nobody's telling you to go out there and get a bum. But there are plenty of men out there that are good guys. Not perfect, but I'm naturally able to get along with this guy. A lot of modern women are putting these types of men in the friend zone. We're talking about some of these men have been friends of the family for God knows how many years. Well, I just can't see myself with him. Why? For what? Do you think he's ugly? No, he's not ugly. Do you think he's built bad? No, he's not built bad. He's a very nice guy, but he's for somebody else. Why specifically? Have you stopped and considered why specifically he's for somebody else? Because right now you're wasting your time trying to deal with somebody else that ain't even looking your direction.
Okay. I'm not paying for them.
Okay, but I asked them to come and they said they will come with us. And I said...
You asked them to come, not me.
Okay, but I asked them to come and I said my man got money. Like,
okay, I got money, but I'm not paying for your friends. They are not my friends.
Okay, but now I look like a liar. I look like I'm lying.
That's not my fault though. That's not my fault. Because Misha, she got a man. Her man can pay for hers. Tell her man to send her some money.
No, I said you gonna do it though. I said no man coming. I want you to be there, but you don't got it. You broke.
No, yes, I'm broke. I'm broke.
No,
I'm broke.
No, you not
I'm broke.
Though. You not though. But you can go spend money on Balenciaga artists. But I asked you to do something for me. You can't do it.
I'm doing it for you. I'll pay for you, but not your friends. And I don't even like Keisha because Keisha talk extremely too much.
Keisha don't talk too much.
Every single time we argue, Keisha talking about that's why you shouldn't be with him, and then she always trying to get you to cheat on me. No, I'm not messing with Keisha.
Okay, because maybe you should stop arguing. It ain't about that right now. Like, no, I need you to pay for them just this one time, like for real.
I'll pay for you, but not your friends.
Bro, you broke.
Simple.
You acting broke right now.
Okay.
You acting real broke.
Go find a rich man. Go find a rich man.
I don't understand. Like, you acting broke and it's irritating.
Okay.
Like, literally.
If you feel
like the woman is letting herself go, ask yourself, am I loving her correctly to the point that she wants to show up as her best self? Sometimes it's not your man doing anything wrong. We deal with a lot of mental stuff. I need you to come and fight for me. Keep me safe from myself so much that I don't get to attack myself.
Okay, so if you didn't see the text above the video, this woman is basically explaining why women let themselves go, why they gain weight and don't work out and eating a calorie surplus. Anyway, ladies, in 2026, I'm not going to sit here and coddle y'all. We got too many successful women out here making things happen, spitting the game on social media, showing y'all how to do it. And I just can't let this slide. We got to stop blaming everything on your lack of sense of urgency when it comes to your health and fitness. Y'all know well, when y'all go out for girls' nights, y'all eating crazy. Y'all know well, y'all going to bottomless mimosa brunches. Y'all know well, y'all going on vacations and doing all types of things, skipping the gym. Most of my clients are women. I know what's going on out here. If you want to blame men for trauma and relationships or whatever, that's on y'all. But y'all not going to sit here and blame this on your decision to eat unhealthy foods and sit on your and not go to the gym. Nobody's holding a gun to your head and making you eat these things. There's so many women going through what you're going through, what you consider trauma, and they're fit and they're getting it done. And stop blaming kids too. Like, newsflash, 80% of women procreate. Women been procreating for centuries. So clearly you're doing something different now from what the women back then were doing, because they wasn't walking around 300 pounds. And a lot of y'all gonna look at this like I'm attacking women or picking on women, but like, what's better for women with their menstruation cycles, with their PCOS, with their hormones, pregnancies, C-sections, all the stuff that women go through or possibly go through? What's better for women? To tell them to figure out a way to get in shape, or tell them to keep eating Twinkies and keep sitting on their ass and drinking themselves to fat accumulation? What's better for women? You know I'm gonna tell the truth, and you know I gotta go.
Because what I've learned from my show, the number one reason why some men are still open to marriage, the men that are, is because of children. Like, they want a legacy. Like, that's important to them. And they can't. Why'd you make that face? Oh my God. But that's the truth, Joy. Like, the men.
Legacy what?
What do you mean?
Do you
legacy?
have castles? What are you passing on?
Oh my God, Joy.
Besides generational trauma and bad hairlines,
Joy.
Beards that don't connect. Ugh, this legacy is nonsense. I can't.
Oh my God.
What?
It's hilarious listening to Joy Taylor be critical of men, hairlines, and whatever it is that she's saying. Meanwhile, you would expect women to have this type of mouth when they are walking around looking like God's gift. And I look at her and I'm just like, what? What's the big deal here? She talks with the same spitefulness that she talked when she was in her early 20s. The only difference is that now she has 20 extra years of pain through her failed relationships, and it comes out in her talking points.
That's the truth.
So the men that I find that call into my show that are like serious about marriage and really looking for that, they're the men who want to be a part of their children's lives. They want, they want a legacy. They want a family. And that is,
can we just say they want a family?
No, they want a legacy though. Like, they say
no one's going to talk about
They really say
in 3
it,
generations, no one's going to remember your name.
That is not true.
It is true.
That's currently true for many Black Americans, because 3 to 4 generations ago, we were slaves. But it doesn't mean it has to be true for the next 3 to 4 generations, damn it. And now that we have the opportunity to build things such as generational wealth, legacy building is possible. It just depends how it's done. But your selfishness is on display, or rather, it's your degree of cope, because you've been unable to have a man retain you long enough for this. So you're just unleashing your trauma onto the world. The level of cope here is inspiring.
We think we are the sun, the moon, and the fucking stars. You are a person, and more than likely, no one is writing songs about you, okay? But if you have children because you want to be a good parent, and you want a family, and you want to have that experience in this lifetime. This legacy live on. Oh, you've done nothing in this life.
But
I'm
you said
saying
that
so often I hear men be like, I want a legacy. You're not a good person, because if you're just trying to have children, you don't want a legacy. You're making another broken family. You're bringing children into this world who have to struggle through you not being in the home. What the talking about. If you don't have a
pain.
wife, don't say the word legacy to me, please. Ugh.
The trauma.
You don't think that more women should be in male-dominated positions? I don't know, does it require a PhD? What work do you think women should do then? Men should do concrete work, okay? Because you like concrete and they need to play with it, I get it. But what kind of jobs do you think?
Get more women in mining.
We should get, they still do mining? What are we mining for?
Copper.
We're mining for copper? Oh, I did not know that. Preferably, I prefer not to mine because I have a master's degree and I would rather not do that. But I think that if women want to mine, they should be able to go down into the mines to mine.
Women can mine, they choose not to. You can't talk about wanting women in male-dominated fields, but when a man brings up all of those fields, you go, well, I don't want to do those. I want to do the easy stuff that I got my PhD for. And you can't also brag about having a master's or a PhD if you're asking questions like, we still mine? I didn't know that. And why is stem cell the only career that women talk about when they have this argument? There's not enough women in stem cells. Oh, the job that requires you to sit inside of a laboratory on your all day? And women don't even want to go to school to do that. But why are you not talking about every other job that is dominated by men? Like, you say that women can do everything men can do, but when they ask you, well, why don't you do this? You go, because I don't wanna. It's almost as if that's why male have dominated these industries. Because they do this you don't wanna. And the you do want to do, you want the standards lowered for you because you can't do it as good as them. Why are you not pushing women to, instead of going to college, getting a trade where they're going to get guaranteed work? You're on a stage doing comedy because that PhD didn't really work out for you, did it? But the ironic part is, out of all three of the laughs made in this minute and a half, his was the largest. So he even does your stand-up job better than you.
And you know, this goes back to really honestly and truly accountability. I like it was a trainer, and the woman was basically making excuses as to why she was letting herself go. The guy came back in and he was saying, you guys, you want to blame all of the trauma and this man did me wrong. Even if I let you get away with that, you cannot blame the guy for you going to bottomless mimosas. You can't blame the guy for continuing to go. Yeah, I see you. Most of my clients are women. Y'all are going out here and y'all are eating anything and everything at brunch. That's what I'm saying. Modern women are not disciplined, not emotionally, not mentally, not physically, not spiritually, nothing. They're not disciplined in anything. So that's what I keep on saying. Even if a man wants to give you one side of the argument, modern women are so darn undisciplined. Okay, if you want me to I'll take 70% of the blame. How about you take 30% of the blame? No, and then you'll work it all the way down to 99%. The man is a problem 99% of the time, and that 1%, no, it's still the man. What if I say 99.9% of the time the man is the issue, and you take that 0.1%? Will you take it then? No, it's all the man's fault, because there could be something in that 1.1% that ain't my fault, and I didn't do, and I didn't have control over, and an external and a bug bit me on the back of my thigh, and I had a badger come in the middle of the night and rip out all my hair and eat my weave so I couldn't. It's a whole bunch of nonsense. Take accountability, man.